So this is going to be a little demo video of an extension for the Dolphin emulator that I programmed in the last 2 months. Its goal is to make the creation of TAS movies more clear and accessible, so you have more of an idea what's going on. Because I think that the feedback that Dolphin gives you is quite bad. Yeah. So as you can see in the background, you will now have another option in the movie tab, which brings up a little window, which visualizes your actions as you make a task. Yeah, and I'm just gonna leave this in the background where you can see it in action, where I will try to make a little task of oil skip. Yeah. So as you can see, the visualizer basically has two parts to it where you can get information from. On the bottom half you can see there's a log which just prints out all the previous state actions you took, like saving and loading states, and also a few more messages which are of interest. And then on top of that, the main part is the timeline, where you can see which frame is currently active and also which save states you set at which point of time. And above of that, there's also a little indicator showing off if you're currently using read-write or read-only mode. Yeah, and corresponding to the read-write and read-only mode indicator, you can see that the background of the timeline will start being painted red, which means that your movie is going right now in recording mode. And yeah, of course shows how much it's progressed. And then, now you can see it, I will make a state and switch over to read-only mode, and as soon as I load state 4 in this case, the movie will switch into replay mode, which is an important distinction to make, and I think also a thing many people don't get until a certain amount of time they use it. So it's good to have that visualized here, that whenever you switch the mode, you will after that have to reload a state, get the message, switch to recording or switch to playback. Then your movie will do what you expect it to, which is now then visualized by the red or green background. Okay, so to just talk about a few issues that I already know. If you pay close attention, you might see, especially after pausing the emulation, that frame counter in the in the visualizer window and on the info provided by Dolphin in the top right, that they don't always match exactly. So just so you know, if you wanna indicate a specific frame, you should rather look in the frame counter in the top right than into the visualizer. They should never be more than one frame out of sync. But yeah, the built-in frame counter is more reliable in that way. Another thing I want to mention is that the state markers will only get updated on write, so whenever you save a state, which means if you boot Dolphin up and you do have 10 save states from previous session, they won't show up in the timeline until you re-save them. So then there's also a few things I want to say about versions. This, what you're looking at right now and what you can download on my GitHub repository, is built on top of the latest development version of Dolphin, which currently is version 5.0-12656. And since I'm also only testing SpongeBob, I have plans to also move this extension to the version 4.0-3964. But yeah, that turned out to be a bit more complicated than I expected, because the version is indeed structured quite different to the current version. But yeah, it is possible, I know that for sure, but I just didn't have the nerves to figure it out right now. But if there's interest from just some people, then I will be sure to look into that again, and yeah, I'll make it happen then. So yeah, if this all looked interesting to you and you want to try it out for yourself, you can download this from my GitHub, as I mentioned, and I will also link that in the description. There on the releases tab you will find a precompiled zip file, and in that there's the version with the movie visualizer. It's also a portable version, so yeah, you can be sure it won't mess with any of your settings or games from Dolphin that you would already have installed on your computer. So if you end up using this, I'll be happy about any feedback you send me, either in the YouTube comments, on the GitHub repository, or in Discord. Yeah, so as I said, feedback is appreciated. Also, you can send bug reports if you encounter any, or even if you feel like something is not working as you would like it to, you can send feature proposals to me, and I'll be sure to look into them, and maybe I'll make it into the next version. So yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching.